Now, Stormwatch 12 weather with meteorologist Oliver Smith.
Well, current temperatures are a bit on the chilly side, especially east of Cascades, as we're generally between the freezing mark and 36 degrees. 36 being in Klamath Falls, 34 in Lakeview, a pair of 32s up to our north. Temperatures right around 40 degrees for the Shasta Valley, and here in the Rogue Valley, almost 45 degrees, 43 for both Medford and Grants Pass, low 50s along the Oregon coast. Now looking at our satellite and radar composite, you can see our rain and snow is moving from the southwest towards the north and the east. So it's snowing right now in Klamath Falls, but it could be transitioning to a rain-snow mix and maybe just all rain eventually this afternoon. But west of the Cascades, we're generally just looking at rain, of course, except in the higher elevations. Now zooming all the way out, here's our area of low pressure that's giving us the rain. You can kind of see our flow coming in from the southwest. So we're going to look at plenty of moisture for the next essentially 24 hours plus. So for today's rainfall amount since midnight, a little over 1/10 of an inch east side. Same scenario for Montague, about 1/4 of an inch for Mount Shasta City. Same thing here in Medford, exactly 1/2 an inch for Grants Pass. And we're generally looking at between 1/2 inch and an inch so far along the Oregon coast. So our Valentine's Day forecast, we're looking at temperatures into the low to mid 40s east side. So that's why we'll be seeing that transition over to rain. 42 for Mount Shasta City and right around 50 degrees from Wairika up through Grants Pass. Also for Brookings as well. For tonight, we're looking at temperatures dropping into the 20s and 30s east the Cascades and 30s and 40s. West side 35s forecast low for Wairika, 41 for Grants Pass and Medford. So how much rain are we looking at for the remainder part of the day today? You can see generally, well, between about 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch or so east side. A little bit more up and down Interstate 5. We could be looking at another 1/4 of an inch here into the Rogue Valley, but west of, say, Grants Pass, that's where we're going to be seeing more of that significant rain. And especially once we go through the day tomorrow and into early on Friday, you can see exactly where that heavier rain is going to be into the Illinois Valley and along the Oregon coast, also for Mount Shasta City as well. So we'll be looking at the rain picking up a little bit more into this afternoon here in, say, next 3 or 4 hours. And then that'll push off towards the east. We'll continue with the bands of rain and snow, depending on elevation throughout the day and into the evening as well. We'll have another round once we get towards tomorrow morning. Snow levels, though, will be coming down a little bit more, about 4,000 feet east the Cascades. So that'll definitely make for snow over towards Klamath Falls. But then snow level will come back up again as we go throughout the day tomorrow. So it's kind of like today. It'll be kind of going up and down, but nothing really super significant in terms of going up or going down. But by the time we get to Friday, things drying out a bit. How much snow are we looking at down towards Siskiyou County? About less than an inch for Mount Shasta City and into Weed. About 2 to 3 inches for Mount Hebron. East of the Cascades, we're looking at about 3 to 6 inches for the east side passes and 8 to 12 inches over in Chemult. So a lot of snow over there and a lot of snow into the Cascades, anywhere between 6 inches to 2.5 feet, depending on elevation. And here in southwestern Oregon, we could be looking at 3 to 4 inches in Siskiyou Summit. So snow levels right now about 5,500 feet. Well, they'll be starting to get up to about 5,500 feet, dropping to about 4,000 feet tomorrow morning, and then coming back up to about 5,000 feet for the remainder part of the day. So here's your forecast for the Oregon coast. Temperatures staying into the 50s for the next several days, although we warm up on Friday, kind of flirting with 60 degrees. Northern California, our coolest day will be today, and then temperatures warming up between about 50 to 55 degrees for the next several days. Friday and Sunday looking to be the drier days. Klamath Basin will see the rain and snow for the next couple of days, decreasing activity by the time we get towards Friday, and then more activity towards early next week. Cascades will be looking at some pretty good snow, especially for today and also for the next couple of days. So this is good news for our snowpack. And here in the Rogue Valley, we'll see rain for today and tomorrow. Things drying out by Friday.
All right, and that seems like a lot of rain and snow. Is this something that we could probably see going into next week, or is there some sort of pattern that you guys are monitoring?
It doesn't look like we're going to see a whole lot of activity into next week. So we're getting the good rain now, which is good, but we need a lot more. We're not going to really
just
get
a wet Valentine's Day then?
Yeah, just enough to annoy people.
All right, well, thanks, Oliver.
You bet.